What's your name?
Even though we are pulling out in the Middle East, there's over 50,000 wounded veterans that we have now, and that's an unbelievable amount. I built custom homes for 30 years, and back in 2005, I did my first remodel for a wounded veteran. God put a passion in my heart to help these families. You know, these young men and women need a lot of help. Unfortunately, I don't know how to help in a lot of areas, but I do know how to build a home.
I joined the Marine Corps in 2007. In February of 2009, we deployed to Camp Bahariya in Iraq. And then we finally made it into Afghanistan. My job is to find IEDs to keep other Marines, soldiers, sailors, airmen, and even the local populace safe. That was my job. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it. We had another mission come down, and the night before we left, I had ended up getting on the sat phone, and I had called my dad, and there was just something about this mission that just didn't sit right with me. I just felt like something was gonna go wrong. We had set up the night before. On the other side of the hill, you look down, and there's about a mile-long stretch of this little village where no one lived. We were gonna go through there to clear it so the local populace could come back and live there. The next morning, we push out, and my buddy John had found IED in a doorway, so he was gonna shoot his 203 into the doorway, which is the 40mm grenade launcher that is underslung under our rifles. So he shot the 203. We waited for the dust to clear, and we came out from behind this wall, and I took about 10 steps. And then I woke up on the ground. My staff sergeant, even with the severe grade 3 concussion, popped eardrums. He was the first person to pull me over and put his knees on my femorals. They said that I had about 10 seconds to freak out, and then I did everything they said. My injuries originally, I was missing my hand. I was a below knee amputee on here, so I still had my knee, and then I was a knee disartic on this side. So I had my full femur, but my femur was broke. From the time of the blast till the time I was loaded up on a helicopter was 34 minutes. But to me, it seemed like it went by like that. It's been almost 2.5 years. The guys who have been injured, we call it our Alive Day. So April 7th of 2011 is my Alive Day.
I noticed the garage was wide enough to where he can get in and out of this vehicle. I'm Dan Wallrath. Operation Finally Home is an organization where we build homes and help our wounded heroes.
Let me show you a few things in there in the kitchen.
Back in 2005, I got a telephone call from a friend of mine, and he had a friend of his that his son was a Marine. And his son was injured by a roadside bomb, had severe head injuries. He wanted to know if I'd go over and talk to the family about remodeling their home because they were going to bring Stephen home.
He wants his family to be able to use it, and so he wanted the countertops at normal heights.
Mm-hmm. I built custom homes for 30 years, and I really was prepared to go there and just tell them that I didn't do that kind of work.
We are moving the microwave around to this end, so that'll be accessible.
That's great. So when I got there, the father showed me a picture of Stephen before he got injured and then after he got injured. And it just broke my heart. His situation was just terrible. And I opened my big mouth and I told him, I said, we'll take care of it.
We walk back here in the master and show you a couple things.
The job ended up being about a $100,000 remodel, but we didn't spend a dime. Everybody donated materials, time, labor.
I think the only door in this house that's not oversized, accessible, would be the guest bathroom.
So after we did that project, I went back to the guys and I told them, said that was really, it was something good. I said, maybe we need to reach out and see if we can help more. And so from there, it just kind of grew.
I was shot twice, once in the chest and once in the left hip.
The IED hit me in the face and neck. I had severe shrapnel damage. From the second that went off, I went totally blind.
I'm being medically retired primarily for post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury.
I underwent 22 surgeries to save both my legs. The final surgery, the 22nd, was an amputation on my left leg below the knee.
What do we have them show up at 11 and then he could do lunch with the guys and kind of talk to them and thank them for building his home?
Back in 2009, I was still full-time builder for profit and trying to grow Operation Finally Home. And it just got to be too much. And I met this wonderful guy that was working for another nonprofit, and we just hit it off.
Well, I'm gonna pass the ball to Dan, so I have no problem doing that. Dan's marching orders to me were, I want to go national. I want to expand. We do a flyer. I can send it out to the local radio station. We're a perfect odd couple. He knew the building system. I knew the military and the nonprofit systems. We're building a home up in Dallas with the Retired NFL Players Association there. And then in 2010, Dan would be selected as one of the top 10 CNN heroes and the floodgate would open.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present CNN hero, Dan Wallrath.
I really believe in my heart CNN heroes is probably the biggest thing that ever happened to us.
The true heroes are our servicemen and women who stand in harm's way every day to protect our freedoms.
It's opened up a lot of doors. It's opened up a lot of opportunities. We went from 4 homes and 1 remodel in 2009 to over 80 homes in 17 states. The first thing we do is find a builder in an area we can build in. Have a town hall meeting, get all the suppliers, contractors, everything donated to do that home. We do not take applications. The main reason is that the majority of these families have already been through enough heartache that we don't want to take 500 applications for 1 home and then have to tell 499 families they're not getting it. So we'd rather go find them than they find us.
I have my good days, I have my bad. At first, there was a lot more bad than there were good. There was one time I woke up in the morning and I looked at my dad and I was like, well, this is kind of, well, I won't say that word, but this is kind of, it's kind of crap. Those days you wake up and you're just like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go to therapy. I don't want to do none of this. The way I help myself through it is there's always this fact that I can't change what happened. If I could wish everything back, I would, but I can't, so why let it get me down?
It's all you, buddy.
All right, man. That's what I'm talking about. My brother lives with me. Whenever he found out I got hurt, he's been one of the bigger supporters in helping me through my rehabilitation.
I got your track chair all switched out. When Kenny got hurt, it hurt really bad because I knew we couldn't do some of the things we used to do together. Most of my job is devoted towards Kenny. Somebody needs to be at the house with him right now, whether it's to help him into the bathtub or if he needed to go somewhere and his chairlift broke in his truck, I pick him up, put him in his truck.
Oh, it's not bad anyways. Scrambled eggs. Emotionally, wasn't too bad. I mean, I had a very good support structure. That helped out a lot, having my family there. Physically wise, that's something that is gonna be an everyday battle. I'm 24. I want to be able to live by myself and to be able to do everything I need to do by myself. This took me a little bit to perfect. This apartment that I live in isn't bad, but it's not set up for my needs. We can't reach things. The doors aren't as wide as they should be. The microwave, I can't really see in there, so everything, like I can't just stir something in the microwave. The bathroom isn't as big as it should be, so I can pull my wheelchair in there easily. Some of the shelves are too high. Got this. I'm always afraid I'm gonna drop it. It kind of bugs me at night when I go to sleep. It's like, well, what's next is the big question. To me, what's next is getting a house and going to school and finding a career. But it's when it's gonna happen is the big thing. Everything is kind of on hold right now until I get a place that is mine and set, and that's where I'm gonna live, and that's where I plan on staying. Finn, hey. Sit. Finn was my bomb dog, and the gunny who was in charge of all the dogs in the Marine Corps came to visit me while I was in the hospital. And I asked him if I'd be able to get my dog. And he said, we'll get you your dog. Leave it. It's great having a dog that I went through so much with. All right, you can get it. As a pet. He just grew into the life of watching TV. I'm going to meet with the executive director and president of Operation Finally Home organization I'm trying to have build a house for me.
You're good to go.
It's definitely a little nerve-wracking. Come on. Good morning.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Hi, Ken. Dan Wallrath.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Kenny
to meet you. You know, what you've done is just amazing, and you and Finn, and we just want you to know your sacrifice has not gone unnoticed, you know, and we appreciate you very much.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That does really mean a lot.
Everybody's situation is different, so, you know, we don't have a set of hard, fast rules. We have to find families that, in spite of their injuries, are willing to move forward and make something of themselves. I know you know why we're all sitting here talking.
Yes, sir.
You know, unfortunately, you know, we're a small group, and, you know, we would love to be able to build a home for everybody. But with our resources, we just do what we can do, you know, and so if you received a new home, how would that help you?
To me, it'd be another part of my mental rehabilitation. I want to live by myself, to be independent for myself. It would help to have a home that is set up where everything is more accessible to do that.
What's your long-range plans?
Right now, I want to eventually go to school.
Right.
I haven't really decided on a major yet, but I don't want to start school and then something happen and I have to move.
Yeah. I realize that you, like many, are having a lot of emotional problems because of your injuries and things like that. How are you dealing with all that right now?
I deal with my injuries pretty well. Yes, physically I'm different, but I'm not gonna let that change me as a person.
That's good. That's good.
We're interviewing a couple more families, but the next step is we're gonna do one final interview up in Dallas. So I'm gonna send you that date. Go from there unless you have anything else, but you can call me and ask me any questions, you know that. I'll answer them to you. All right, brother.
Again,
I'll see you later on.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Kenny.
Sir.
God bless you, buddy.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care of yourself. All right?
Pleasure meeting you.
You too. We'll see you
talk real
soon.
soon.
I just can't imagine. Can't imagine. You know, we've been doing this for 8 years and it still don't get any easier.
No.
It don't get any easier.
The hardest part of transitioning to civilian life is I had this job that I loved. I had everything all planned out. And now I'm waking up to learn that it's over.
There was a lot of anxiety about, you know, leaving the military. That was pretty much the only thing I was really good at.
The scariest thing about becoming a civilian was basically not knowing where we were going to go live. It's been difficult. It's been a difficult transition.
Hey, stranger. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Very good to see you, man. How you been?
You know, once we know that we have a builder and everything in place to start a new home, you know, we contact the VA caseworkers. They have been dealing with these families for sometimes 2 and 3 years, and they really know the ones that are moving forward with their lives and not letting these challenges bring them down.
We always like hearing about the new ones.
Yeah. Boy, we got several coming up.
We're going to have a build, if y'all want to write it down, Victoria, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Nashville, we have another one coming up in Nashville. In Houston.
Oh, I have such a good candidate for Houston.
We're very interested in the family you sent me, the Stephen Jackal family.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any updates on him? I know he finally retired, fully retired, got his Purple Heart Medal presented to him.
Yes, sir. He's out of the military now. I think he's still living in Operation Homefront, those apartments over there.
Right.
So,
we're going to push forward and actually do an interview with him and meet him and the kids and the wife. Dan's going to meet him tomorrow.
he's a hero, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
True American hero,
Yeah.
yes.
I landed in the Army at the age of 28. I just felt, you know, at that point in time in my life, I wanted to do more. Needed a challenge. February 2009, I deployed to Iraq for 3.5 months, and my last deployment was to Afghanistan. It was a 3-day mission, and the second day we were out, we rolled over a culvert, and I'd seen a wire running into the culvert. You know, I told the driver to back up, and he couldn't hear me, and they initiated the IED on us. With the force of the vehicle being lifted up off the ground, I lost consciousness. As I woke up, I tried to start moving my body, and that's when I realized my legs were broke. The gunner was pinned, my dismount was pinned. 2 guys in the front were knocked out. We were trapped inside the vehicle. Then pop shots from the ammo can started because a fire apparently had broke out from underneath the vehicle where the IED had came up through. Here we are in a vehicle. I got 2 broken legs, and I was just like, you know, I don't know what to do. You know, is this it? This is how I'm gonna die. I just felt the rush of heat, and you know, the next thing I did was just grab my leg, and I just started slamming it on the fire. I would swing it like this, and then slam it down so that I could hit the fire at different angles. About that time, I saw my platoon sergeant looking down at me. I had to literally make my way up to open up the hatches. So I used what strength I had left, and then, you know, I just collapsed after that.
One of the biggest challenges is transitioning from military life to civilian life.
Yeah, let me make her a babu.
Some of these guys have made 5, 6, 7 tours. You live that way 5, 6, 7 years. You know, how do you expect to come back and just be normal again?
I'm married to my beautiful wife, Adriana, and we have 6 kids.
No.
This is like the most stressful part for me right now. You're always going, that adrenaline rush of being in combat, coming back, being in combat, coming back. And then now it's like you've done all these heroic things and you're sitting on the couch with your wife watching Desperate Housewives. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's try Sunday.
When you're depressed, you don't really think about the future because you're kind of stuck either where you're at or in the past.
We were not prepared for this injury. It was hard. There's rough times that he goes through, and it's really hard for me because when I met Steven, or anybody who knows Steven, you know, he's always smiling and he has a really beautiful personality, and just seeing him down sometimes, it really hurts. Come on, Zoe.
We live at Operation Homefront Village. They allow us to live here through transition before we receive our benefits, which has been quite helpful. You feel like you're in the unknown part because you're waiting for your benefits to kick in. So you're in limbo.
Ever since the injury, everything's kind of been shaky up and down. Kids, you know, changing schools and us moving from different house to house.
I'm dealing with all this anxiety. I'm dealing with all this other stuff. But my family is so supportive of me that I'm always hopeful about the future.
The turning point was you see your loved ones and then you realize, wow, I got something I have to really work hard to do and get better.
I'm still the same person. I still can do the same things, you know. It doesn't slow me down. I try not to make it slow me down.
I'd always been the person who thrived under, you know, with challenges.
Everything gets better every day. You gotta fight for your family.
I started taking adaptive scuba diving, which is a class, you know, you just go in and due to your disabilities, you learn how to dive. Hey, are you even wearing a I'm gonna wear a shorty. Are you? Okay, I'll just wear my shorty then too.
Well, I'm wearing it for a different reason. I'm wearing it because my belly's bigger than my ass.
Getting in the water, it feels like time slows down. You know, you can relax and just dive. Dealing with pain up here on land versus no pain in the water, you know, where would you want to be? Diving has definitely had a therapeutic effect for me. It heals you, mind, spirit, and body. You don't feel any stress. Damn it, when you start to run out of air, you gotta come back up. That sucks. Because you just want to stay down there, you know?
That's how I get down the hill. That first couple months, like people would stare and stuff. And it took a while to be able to want to go out and do stuff. Not so much anymore, and I'm glad about that. That was the biggest thing when I first got hurt, is because I wasn't able to drive. I was just really tired of having to have somebody chauffeur me around. They had to teach me how to drive again, basically, with hand controls. That was the starting of my turning point. I think it was 2 days after I got my license, I went and got my truck. My stepmom took me to go pick up my truck. I got in there, and she took a left, I took a right, and I just went for a drive. I like driving. And I got lucky that I didn't lose my right hand, because I'm right-handed. So I still can do a lot of things. The old driving hand on. It's just nice being able to get out. Gotta get the old oil change in the truck. I'm a little overdue on it. Hello.
You just need a regular oil change, right?
Yeah. I have the worst signature in the world.
All right, I'll get them started on this right
All right, thank you. Living the life. I get that house built, I'll end up probably living by myself and be able to cook my own food. All right, we'll meet you inside. I might not mow the lawn. I might have somebody mow the lawn for me. I'm hoping everything goes well with the interview. Thank you. But we'll find out soon, and I can't wait.
I retired from my building business to take over our family ranch. I guess I have 2 full-time jobs, and I usually spend at least 40 hours a week at the ranch and probably at least 40 hours a week in Operation Family Home. I make money here at the ranch. I don't make money at Operation Family Home. Operation Family Home, to me, is just a labor of love.
You want some ham?
I truly believe that, you know, family is number one. I've got such a wonderful wife, and she believes in what we're doing.
Did everybody get a roll?
She knows how important it is, and she's been a big supporter in this journey. We were high school sweethearts. She was a junior and I was a senior.
So we were just babies. Been married for 43 years. In 2005, we were sort of leaning towards the idea of, okay, retirement's coming up. We're not getting any younger. That's when Operation Finally Home sort of kicked in. So retirement, not so much anymore.
Life wouldn't be what it is today without my beautiful wife. She definitely makes it all worth living.
Hey.
Dan Wallrath.
Steve Jackal, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
What's up, stranger?
How you doing, man?
Who you got there?
Jordan.
All right.
You want to sit down?
Yeah, come over here and sit down. First of all, I want to thank you for your service. And Adrian, I thank you for, you know, I know that you've sacrificed a lot for him to go off and do what he does. But that said, what would it mean to you if y'all were awarded a new home?
For me, especially the kids, it's like you get moved from here to there to here to there to here to there, and then it'd be nice to take a breath.
I think we would be at peace, because right now everything's up in the air. Everything's just, you know, and I don't know, I think it would be a big weight off our shoulders, you know.
What we found out is when a veteran comes home, it's just a ripple effect. You know, we have family members that are developing secondary post-traumatic stress disorder because of the stress and anxiety they've been under trying to take care of the family. You know, the wife ends up having to be the caregiver, mother and father.
You know, we've got the builder in place, we've got our property, but unfortunately we have, you know, different things we have to go through. And
what we're going to do is invite y'all up to Dallas. I'll send you the details.
Right.
But that'll be the next interviews with our builder up there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
Well, thank y'all so much for coming out.
Yeah.
And one of the things I always look at is how he looks at her and how she looks at him, you know, and how they connect. And you can see there's a lot of love and yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the easiest part of this is finding families. The hardest part is deciding which one to build for.
We give the homes away in a way that's a little different from other organizations, is that we always surprise the family.
You look good. You do me off from here.
Kenny's surprised. We had told him that he was coming to Dallas for a final interview.
Everybody, the veteran is at the sales center. They're going to be heading this way shortly.
This is Alan Wallrath. He's our builder.
Hey.
How you doing, sir?
All right, how are you?
Kenny.
Nice to meet you, Kenny.
We have to kind of lie to the guys, lack of a better way of saying it. Dan Wallrath is running late.
Okay.
So instead of making you wait here, what I'd like to do is take your mom. Did you bring Finn with you today?
Yeah, he's in the back.
Okay, let me take your mom and dad in my truck, and I'll follow. I'm gonna put Alan with you, and we're gonna follow you, and just show you around the development. Okay.
He wanted to know if he could bring his mom and dad with him. And so, of course, we said yes.
Take a ride here. Alrighty. So, is your mom and dad from this area?
No, my dad is originally from Connecticut, but he actually lives up by Gainesville.
Your son's wonderful. We've interviewed him a couple times. He's been great to deal with, got a great attitude. And just to pair of y'all, we're taking him out to his lot. Probably have about 200 people there and gonna tell him we're building his home.
Oh, wow.
So, I just want to tell you thank you for creating such a great son in his service.
We don't just build a home, we get the community involved. Everybody in the neighborhood involved.
Well, the thing about it is, like, what we do is try to bring all us together to make this happen. You know, if one group tries to do it, it's just so hard.
Yeah. Basically do a 21st century barn raising where everybody grabs their tools, goes out, and does what it takes to bring these families home.
This is a baseball facility. There's a lot of select baseball. There's soccer facilities.
Well, we're very honored to be building for Kenny and bringing him close back home to y'all. And Alan's actually going to build Finn a special dog house in the back also. He's going to get his own special house too.
With the TV, because he loves to watch TV.
Yeah, we might. I think we'd have to put some air conditioning back there for him too.
Yeah.
Our average market value of a home now is, I think it's $254,000 of what we've done. And our average cost has been around $75,000 a home.
South Star Communities, this is a South Star community, has donated an acre lot. So he's going to have an acre of land. It's going to be a 3-bedroom house. He'll have a roll-in shower. He'll have the counters where we can roll underneath them. Everything will be accessible to him.
That's awesome.
Am I going left or right?
You're going to go right.
Already.
Uh-oh. We got a lot of people out here.
Yeah, we do.
This is awesome. Uh-oh. We got a lot of people out here.
Yeah, we do. Where am I going?
What's going on here? Just turn, swing right here and park right by this tent. This is awesome. Let me get this charge here. Congratulations, Ken.
Thank you.
It's going to be an honor building your house, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, kitty boy. Hey, brother.
How you doing?
Hey, you're finally home, brother.
Thank you.
Finally home. You okay?
One of the things that I see every time that I'm able to do this, I see that look in their face. They realize they're going to be okay. The family's going to be okay.
You deserve it, brother. You deserve it. Hey, folks, this is Sergeant Kenny Callish. Let's welcome you to his new home. I just want to take a few moments to thank everybody here to make this dream come true for Kenny. God bless you, Kenny. We love you, man.
Thank you. You know, I came here today expecting to do just an interview, a final interview for this house. And I pull over the hill and see everybody here, and it took my breath away. I don't really know exactly what to say. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kenny.
I actually really don't know what to say on this. It's got me at a loss for words, really. And I come over that hill, thought I was gonna have a heart attack. What's that? You want my autograph? I can do that.
The highlight for me today, the kids, they all swarmed all over Ken and actually wanted to talk to Ken and actually find out his story and treated him like a hero. They're asking for his autograph.
You know, I really enjoyed myself. I was planning on staying in, but when I got hurt, I decided to get out and move on to my life.
Bring the community together to bring Ken home. It's just awesome. You look at Kenny and, you know, we can never repay him for the sacrifice he's made, but, you know, that doesn't keep us from trying.
When we found out we were getting this home from Operation Finally Home, it was just disbelief.
There aren't words that can describe the emotion. It still gets to me.
I was just shocked, like that weight, you know, it then lifted off my shoulder like immediately.
You know, in the case of the Jackal family, we had told them they were coming for an interview. We told them that, oh, by the way, we have some tickets to a concert.
One idea that I had was in my show I do a song called Moonshine Road. Thought after that, I'll tell my band we'll break, and I'll just say, you know, we have a real American hero with us, ladies and gentlemen, and you know, I'd just like to take a chance right now to bring him out and let you say thanks to him.
Kix, he's an amazing guy. He gets what we do, he understands, he believes in us.
Really glad to be a part of it. Thanks for letting me. All right, guys.
When we got there, we told them we had realized there was a friend of ours there. It looked like he's going to be able to get us backstage. Would they like to go backstage? Of course, they said yeah. Still had no clue what was going on.
Hey, I gotta stop for a second. I gotta tell y'all something. There's something really special going on here tonight. And, you know, I'm a big fan of our men and women across the seas that are sacrificing themselves. And I heard we had a true hero in the house tonight. And Sergeant Jackal and his family are here. I thought you guys might like to say thanks to him. Is that all right? Are they here? I heard we had a true hero in the house tonight, and Sergeant Jackal and his family are here. I thought you guys might like to say thanks to him.
Thank you, Kix. Well, I'm Dan Wallrath. I'm with Operation Finally Home. I'm the president and founder. We build mortgage-free custom homes for our wounded heroes. Now tonight, like Kix said, we've got a special guest here. We have Sergeant Stephen Jackal. It would take me half a day to list all the medals that this young man has received. His team run over, the vehicle is in, they run over an IED. And Stephen lost both his legs in that attack. The vehicle was on fire, and he saved his whole group. This is a real American hero right here. And ladies out there, let me tell you, this is a strong woman. 6 kids at home, a husband overseas, loses 2 legs, and she keeps that family together. We are partnering with our buddy here at Kix Brooks and a local Dallas builder, Tim Jackson. And Stephen, Adriana, Tim is going to build you a brand new custom home. Let me introduce a true American hero, Sergeant Stephen Jackal.
Thank you all very much for your support.
You know, at Operation Finally Home, no, we're not just building homes, we're rebuilding lives.
If Operation Finally Home did not do this for us, we wouldn't have the ability to go for our dreams in life.
With this home here, now it's like I'm actually striving ahead. I just started my own company.
You have to do it really slowly.
Because of the home, we were able to finish our education, get financially stable, create a more stable environment for our children.
We are home for the rest of our lives. And it's a great feeling. It's good.
You know, at Operation Finally Home, our goal is to provide a new home for every wounded veteran and his family. I know it's unrealistic. You know, we know we can't save them all, but we're gonna save as many as we can.
Look at that. Look at that, boys.